Ancient Vietnam's Champa dynasty had extensive political and commercial ties to Tamil people. There is scant evidence linking the Champa to the Pallava and Pandya dynasties of Tamil monarchs. It is believed that a number of Tamil communities established themselves in Vietnam during that time. Champa was a group of independent Cham polities that stretched along the coast of what is present-day central and southern Vietnam. Vietnam will first be considered for its geographical location as the hub of the maritime route connecting South India and southern China, in which the kingdom supplied all the demands for import-export goods of natives and of regional residents. Maritime trade activities between ancient Tamilagam and Southeast Asia continued through the last centuries of the first millennium. In the early 11th century, King Rajendra Chola carried out the naval expeditions and took over many port cities of the famous Southeast Asian kingdom of Srivijaya in Sumatra as well as on the Malay Peninsula. Tamil cultural traditions were imprinted on the appearance of Southeast Asian cultures from before the 11th century, in which the earliest Pallava Grantha inscriptions from Tamilagam, dated back to the 5th century, were found in present-day Indonesia, and at the Mai Sun sanctuary of Champa Kingdom in central Vietnam, followed by the stronger impacts of the art and architectural features of Pallava and Chola to Southeast Asia. At the moment of European incursion into the Bay of Bengal, Tamil connections with Southeast Asia were intensive and widespread. Saigon, the Ho Chi Minh city of Vietnam, used to be one of the homes of a modest but vibrant Tamil diaspora. Despite being an integral part of the city, the history of Tamils often went off the records. A few decades after the French colonized the southern part of Vietnam, then called Cochin China, Tamils from Karaikal and Pondicherry were welcomed to work and settle in the colony. The Indian community in Saigon is usually called Chava by locals, Chabombe, which includes those who hail from North India, and Chachetti, which consists of Tamil people who came from either the Coromandel coast or southern India. After the Tamil renouncers moved to Vietnam to work as administrators, clerks, police officers, and judges, another group of Tamils began to see lucrative opportunities in the colony, the Nattukottai Chettiars. The Chettiar community set up shop in Saigon in the last 2 decades of the 19th century and spread out across the French colonies in Indochina, even starting money-lending businesses in villages by the Mekong. Along with the Chettiars came Tamil Muslim traders, who offered stiff competition to the Vietnamese. In 1954, France relinquished all territorial claims in the Indo-Chinese peninsula. At that time, Vietnam was divided between North Communist Vietnam and South Vietnam, which was backed by the United States. The Chettiar and Tamil Muslim communities stayed on in South Vietnam, despite the permanent departure of the French. The Chettiars began their return to India in 1963 due to the political instability. In the early 1880s, members of the Tamil community in Saigon built a temple for the goddess Mariamman. The temple became increasingly popular in the first half of the 20th century with both Khmer and Vietnamese. The Vietnamese consider Mariamman to be the Indian equivalent of Ba Den, their goddess who, according to the faithful, brings good health and prosperity to her worshippers. Along with Saigon's Sri Dandayudapani and Subramania temples, the Mariamman temple is one of the major links between Vietnam and Tamils.